What's up people, welcome back to my channel BRUV'S. I hope you are all well, safe and happy and enjoying your time in quarantine. You're back here with me on vlog number 8 and this time it's a cooking one. I'm going to show you how my wife, not me, how my wife makes this very special biryani known as Tehari. These are the ingredients: plain yogurt, a kilo of fatty beef including bones, a cup of fresh milk, some kera water, some Bangladeshi mustard oil, minced ginger and garlic 2 blocks each, 4 to 6 small to medium sized onions and 8 to 10 green chillies. Right, I'm going to show you the different spices we're going to use for the garam masala. 4 or 5 small pieces of cinnamon, 1 star aniseed, 4 or 5 green cardamom pods and 2 black cardamom pods. These are very strong. Half a nutmeg, 4 or 5 bay leaves, a good few pieces of mace, also known as javantry. Here are some Kashmiri plums. Now they're not for the garam masala, they're going to go into the actual dish itself. Half a teaspoon of cloves and half a teaspoon of whole black pepper. The additional spices you'll need is red chili powder, coriander powder and zeera powder. And here we go with some of that slow-mo action. Check it out. So you put all the dry spices into a dry pan and you heat up the spices and roast them. Keep stirring throughout. You'll have to pop all the roasted spices into your coffee and herb grinder. Now if you don't have one of these, don't panic. You can buy garam masala mixes in packets from the shops, so it's not a problem. The smell is intense. Now pour some of that gorgeous golden mustard oil into a hot pan until the bottom of the pan is mostly covered. And now in go about 2/3 or a little bit more of the onions that you chopped up. Now get ready for your eyes to burn. Mustard and onion, a deadly combination. Keep stirring the onions to stop them from burning. The smell is absolutely gorgeous. You don't need to fry these onions till they're brown. After a minute or two of cooking, it's ready for the meat to go in. After a few minutes of cooking the onions and the meat together, it's time to add the salt. Around 1 tablespoon of salt, adjust according to your taste. Stir, add ginger and garlic, cover it up and allow it to cook for a few more minutes in its own juices. After cooking for another 5 to 10 minutes or so, you can see a lot of moisture has come out of the beef. It's time to add some of the spices. 1 heaped spoon of red chili powder, 1 heaped spoon of zeera or cumin, and 2 spoons of coriander. Please note, these are not teaspoons nor are they tablespoons, it's a size that's sort of in between. Once the spices are in, stir well so that the spices mix thoroughly with the meat. Using the same spoon as you did for the spices, add 2 spoonfuls of the garam masala, leaving the rest of the garam masala to be added to the rice. Then stir well again. Although the meat will be cooked for quite a long time, it's still important to add the yogurt. This helps to tenderize the meat and makes it really nice and soft. So you add 2 tablespoons of yogurt and then you stir well again, eventually leaving it covered on a heat that's around medium or slightly lower. Now you can see a lot of the moisture is gone, The oil and the masala has separated, which is an indication that the masala is cooked and it's beginning to stick on the bottom of the pan. This is a clue that you need to add a little bit of moisture. So now you're going to add a little bit of water to allow it to cook further. Be mindful not to add too much water, because by the time the curry element is cooked, it needs to be a thick gravy. It shouldn't be runny because you're going to be adding more water to the rice. This woman cleans even during cooking, even though the cooker is going to get dirty again straight after. Now spark up another stove and move the pan and leave it on a low to medium heat covered. In another pan, add some more mustard oil, again covering most of the bottom of the pan. Once the oil is heated, chuck in the remaining onions. This time you're going to cook these onions a little bit more and they're going to be much browner than the last time. Now that the onions are nice and golden brown, it's ready for the rice to be added. Now the rice you should have soaked for about 15-20 minutes in cold water and then left to drain thoroughly in a sieve or a colander. Colander probably won't work because this rice is really fine, so a sieve's much better. Now stir well so the rice mixes thoroughly with the fried onions, and you need to keep stirring so that the rice does not burn. Remember that leftover garam masala powder? Now's the time to add it. So now the rice is nicely fried. It's not cooked yet, but it's fried, and you can tell because it's nice and brown, and then the sizzling sort of comes down a little bit. So that's ready. You can start putting the water and the liquids in.
Yeah.
Yep. There it goes. Mix and mix some more. Now the general rule for rice to water ratios is 1 to 2. So for every 1 cup of rice, you should add 2 cups of water. As you've probably noticed, we're also using milk. So we used 4 small cups of rice and 8 cups of liquid. So that's 7 cups of water and 1 cup of milk. But obviously she just eyeballed it. But I would recommend that you do the actual measurements. Add the Kashmiri plums and green chillies, cover up and let it simmer. After about 5 minutes, you'll notice that the rice is beginning to absorb the water and it's starting to dry out. At this point, you need to move the pan to another stove on top of a diffuser or a flat pan if you don't have a diffuser, and leave it on a really low heat for it to finish off cooking. And this will take about another 10 to 15 minutes. If your lid has a hole in it, block it with a bit of tissue or foil. And in the last few minutes of cooking, take the lid off and add 2 spoons of kera water. This adds a really nice fragrance. After adding the kera water, you need to stir the rice very carefully with a wooden spoon. And here you are, folks, Bangladeshi beef Tehari, served hot and fresh with crispy fried onions and fresh cut cucumber and a wedge of lime or lemon. Absolutely beautiful. Alright guys, now's the time to try it. It's looking banging. There you go. As per usual, good old squeeze of lime. Alright. The rice is cooked perfectly. The meat, look at that. So soft. Look. So soft. Perfect. Alright, let's give it a go. Bismillah. Beautiful. All of these days, well not all of these days, but for a very long time, I thought that pulao and biryani and all of that was all about ghee, but I was completely wrong. I discovered this taste of biryani in Bangladesh, and that they use mustard oil, and the taste is quite different. It's like it's hardcore, and it's got a really nice kick to it, really nice strong flavor. It's just different. You have to try it. So in this biryani there was no ghee whatsoever, no normal cooking oil, vegetable oil, sunflower, none of that stuff, just mustard oil, and the taste is mind-blowing. It's beautiful. Gorgeous. Look at that. And this type of rice, it's really fragrant. It takes me back to Sylhet town, early morning. And if you haven't had this kind of dish with mustard oil before, seriously, you're missing out. Mustard is the one. Alright, I'm going to kill the rest of this. I'll see you on the next one. Oh, before I go, it's very important that you subscribe, guys. It shows me that a lot of people are interested and care about my videos. So the more of you that subscribe, the more committed I feel to putting the videos out, because it does take a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of dedication. So please do subscribe, please like, please comment, please share, and that's the way I will know that you guys are interested in these videos and that you're enjoying them. So please don't forget to do that. Do it right now. There'll be a button somewhere in the middle, actually, probably on this side of the screen. Little round button with my cool logo on it. Give that a pop, press the bell icon so you know when my videos are coming, and yeah, stay with me. Take care. Whew. Oops.